Hello, my wonderful people. How are they now? I Benjamin Gaga, I go to the talk so. Now, you get what I want to talk about health. Too. I only want to talk about health this time. If you notice very well, which means there are three to four important things we say as human being you need to what they careful of. You need to avoid. Number one, salts, excess salt intake, sugar, your cholesterol level. It means too much of oil, and also alcoholism. Alcohol you also see fall under what sugar level. Now let me talk about salt. Now you see most times we see some people their wife after their wife cook food finish when they test the first we use spoon test the first food they say darling salt no do. They will go and say please get me salt. They will bring what means they will bring salt and just spread it on the food. Which means if you dey do am e dey very bad. Health wise it's very very bad because a time will come which means there will be what they call what means salt build up on your system and salt and heart they are big enemy. Salt which means attack the heart. You can easily what result to what they call BP. If you know say you want to get BP on time, you just dey take too much salt. The BP level go dey very high because it can which is result to what they call heart attack. Salt can result to what they call too much of heart attack. So which means you need to which means my brother, my sister, which means you need to avoid too much of salt intake. Reduce your means of salt intake. Normally by standard, once you don't pass 35 years of age, as a man, as a woman, which means you need to what which means cut down your salt intake. Your salt intake, cut it down. Then the next one I want to talk about is sugar. Now you discover that most of our foods in Nigeria here and other what African countries is mainly what based on starchy carbohydrate food. In the morning, rice. Afternoon, yam. Even in the evening time or night, bread. All of them, which means no atom of balance there. All of them they are all starchy food, carbohydrate food. And which means when they start and when they don't build up, which means they can result in what they call too much of a diabetes in your system. Even the same thing with too much of taking Fanta. I see this one woman, every day, this woman, orobo, Pepsi, 35 cl, every day. And then this woman die what? Having what? Diabetes. The woman died with having what? Diabetes. Swollen legs and she died. Very early, at the age of 50. And this one they very common to witness most ladies, especially the married women. Fanta, every day Coke, every day Pepsi, Orobo. You dey pack sugar put for your system. And you think they do yourself, which means more good. You dey see they enjoy. But the time it come, which means when those sugar not too much, which means now diabetes level. So which means you need to have which means reduce what your sugar intake for your health. So which means you know go leave your children. Leave your husband. Leave your wife. As a man, as a woman, which means reduce what your sugar intake. You see, even most young guys, which means you see every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole club, one person go take like one crate, go drink, which means he go take, I don't know, alamo. You go even take beer, all kinds of beer. For instance, one stomach, I just wonder. You know, they pack sugar, food for your system. And it's very bad. It's very bad because it can result to what they call diabetes. And also, which means it's also a poison to the heart. So much of sugar becomes what a poison to the heart. So to live a healthy life, it would mean you need to also reduce your sugar intake for your own good. So you know go leave your children. And the next one I want to talk about cholesterol level, cholesterol. Now when they talk about cholesterol, they are talking about oil in your blood. Oil with too much of oil in your blood. Now take for example, most of you women. You discover that anytime you wash oil, and you pour it, you just flush it down your sink. And if you don't use soap, it will be very difficult for you to even to flow down. You understand? Sometimes if you just wash like that, pour the oil with me through the sink, the wash hand basin, the oil go flow. When it flows, some go even which means hang at the junction of those pipe flowing down. Now the same thing with means with cholesterol in our system, which means oil, which means in our vein. When the oil don't too much of fat, which means too much of fat intake, too much of oil intake, and too much of butter, cheese, mayonnaise, all this intake, result which means too much of the cholesterol. And when it don't become too much, which means you go block what they call, which means the blood flow, which means the blood stream, which are the arteries and the vein. And when the arteries and the vein, which means when they are blocked, which means at the end of the day, which means blood cannot flow to other part of the system. And when blood cannot flow to other part of the body system, which means it can even bounce back to the heart, cause what they call heart attack. So reduce your cholesterol level by reducing what they call your oil level. Reduce what means your oil intake for your own health. Because if you look at it very well now, you can see too much of it. I don't know, young people just die every day, 45 years, 50 years, 60 years, because especially this what they call this cholesterol level. If you see it's very common to women, especially diabetes. It's very common. When they get to 55 years, 60 years, if you see them, I don't know, stroke, partial stroke. And what causes stroke? Which means when one part of the body suffer what they call paralysis, when blood is not flowing to one part of the body system, it causes what they call stroke. Diabetes is also what cause it. Too much of also what alcoholism can also cause it. Cholesterol level can also cause it. If it's too high, can also cause it. So I beg my brother, my sister, madam, madam, please reduce your cholesterol level, reduce your salt intake, and reduce your sugar intake. Reduce which means your means of taking beer, aloma, please reduce it. So that you no go die leave your children, you no go die leave your sister, you no go die leave your brothers for your own good. Now I discover that even in Africa, if they see any person going to the hospital, go and register for a new hospital, they will think that person is sick. Every day, they go hospital. But they know that which means for your own good. Normally, which means forget Christianity. Let me tell you the truth. Health is wealth. Now when person they are alive, now you go fit think of work. Now you go fit think of taking care of your family. If you have a poor health, all the money you don't save for this life, go see what bounce back to to sickness in terms of treatment. So you have to take care of your health. Because what you feed, what you take in can also kill you. You don't know. You think it's enjoyment, but what you are taking can also bring you down. It may not occur with me at once, but it will be coming gradually. So avoid your means of high cholesterol, which means you're taking high salt intake, sugar intake, and also reduce your alcoholism. Now, but most of you now, most people, most family now, if you ask them very well, which means they are not even registered which means to need HMO, no health facility. By right, which means every family will have to, as a man, as a woman, you need to register yourself into hospital to go for what they call medical checkup. But in Africa, when somebody fall down before the person will go to hospital, which is very bad. Only abroad you go see, which means in a family, they have what they call family doctor. But in Nigeria, once you bring family doctor, come, we need to say this family say every time they sick, when I go for prayer. No, but everything be prayer. Sometimes you need to take good care for your health. So you don't go die, leave your children. It's very much important. So avoid or reduce your sugar intake, your salt intake, and also reduce your means of taking alcohol. And also make you no go club, but too much of it is very bad. Too much of taking alcohol is very bad. Please let your family, which means register your family to any health center. Go for medical checkup. They check yourself monthly. So that which means doctor which means go place you on dietary. Because sometimes lifestyle can also kill somebody. What they call lifestyle, which means you're talking about even food intake. That's another means of what they call risk factor. Now so for some people like their family, they get that it's from their lineage. Their father died of diabetes. Your mother died of diabetes. Even the children also have diabetes. Or if I thought you don't have diabetes, which means you have to go to seek what they call medical counseling, so that to avoid means of not repeating itself again. So that you also you'll be free from that line. Yes, if it means be claiming ignorance out of this one, which means it can happen. Every family have what they call medical records. So go and check what means your lineage. Did my father have diabetes? Do any of them die of stroke? So you need to what know these things. Know what it means. Know what it means. Your medical what family what history. For this one, witness can even easily what prevent you. So avoid too much of intake of salt, sugar, and cholesterol level. If you do this one, which means you live a better life. And also, also what in the morning time, be taking warm water. That is why the Chinese people, which means every morning, they take warm water. Too much of cold water, which is not good. It can even affect your teeth. It can also what, affect your lungs. Be taking cold water, which means warm water in the morning. Warm water, not too warm water, because it helps to what flush down any means of let me say fat, cholesterol, which means that's remaining what in your vein, in your arteries. So warm water is very good one in the morning time. So now this info I get for you. Thank you. Bye. Hello. How na dey now? There isn't something new. Why be say when money no dey my hand, now man go become husband material? But immediately the man don't blow. But you know go see the man for house again. Even now the wife will pray, make the man poor. You know go see the man for house again. The man will lodge from one hotel to the other. They carry different women. Yes. Even the wife food now, he go become tasteless. I say it's like you. Even the same thing with the Yahoo boys. All these small Yahoo boys, they see so. Once money dey their hand, you go see they lodge from one hotel to the other. 3 months, 6 months, even 1 year from one hotel to the other. They drive flashy cars, but when money finish, now they remember say they get mama for house. But when money dey their hand, their food need a sweet, their mother food need a sweet too. But money finish like this, which means the first thing they will trade their roots. No difference between prodigal son and them. When I change all this kind of way, we get this kind of habit. If money in your hand, you don't remember house. But immediately money finish, you remember your wife, remember your family, remember your children there. That's not a bad habit too. Okay, let me joke. Hello my people, how are they now? I'm Benjamin Gaga, I guess the talk. Now today I want to drop a topic on names. Of course, even the Bible let us know that good name is better than what riches. But the area I want to easily talk about now, issue of changing of names. If you see most people, especially the father, they always would have this narrative that changing their surname brings what blessings to the family. To me, that narrative is a wrong narrative. Yes. Some people are trying to maintain their surname to gain relevance in society, but they try to change the name. They try to change your surname. But in future, it's causing what breakdown in family. It's causing what they call disunity in the family in the future, but you may not know. Now, take for example, a man I know very well man has 3 siblings. When they grew up, the man married, and other siblings they married, and they bear different surname. The man's surname was Johnson, and when the man married, born, the children they bear Peterson. The same brothers and sisters, they bear different surname. And that is why when they grew up, even if the children they see which means if they meet themselves on social media, they will think that they are just classmates, classmates, because of changing of surname, which to me is not a good narrative. It's not a good idea. So maintain your surname, which means your surname is not your problem. Understand? So what you have to do is to work smartly and pray for God to bless you. So changing of surname is not a good idea. Maintain your surname, because look at Dangote, look at other big people in society. Have you ever seen them change their surname? They still maintain their surname to gain relevance in society. That is why they do anything they can to maintain that surname. So changing of surname is not the solution. Rather, you have to work smartly and pray for God to give you breakthroughs and favor. It's I want to drop with that. Goodbye. Bye. Good morning, Hannah Dana. I'm Benjamin Gaga, I go to the talk. Now I give it to the border music I want to talk about in our society. If you notice something, discover that 95% of Nigerian women, they only love you when things do okay, when money they your hand. When your accounts don't huge, that they love you. And there are those kind of women, they easily love you when things are okay, when things is flamboyant. And they easily love the man's money and their children. They don't care about the man's health, whether the man they okay or not, nothing. That is why if you want to know the basis whether a woman love you or not, now when you don't get money. My brother, if you don't get money, they're gonna say woman don't like you at all. And they tell you, they don't give a reason your side. What is they claim say I love you because they see cars, they see houses, see different places, they carry them travel abroad, go different places for vacation. Make the money finish. After I'm gonna see the story for way up for Job for Bible. During the olden days time, not true. Even the Bible says described Job as one of the richest men during his own time. But when things turn upside down, even Job's wife, now if they tell and say, why, why not cause God and die? Because this level they live now rubbish. I tell you. So women, they run after their children and after what demands wealth. That is why when the man falls sick during the olden days, they don't see them again. They run jack. The women they run jack back. Those kind of women, they get similar character with Job wife character. Yes, their character is similar to Job wife in the Bible. And any woman who they date because of money. My brother, that woman don't love you. When money finish, now you know the woman character. Forget all this billionaire, all this millionaire. Let me say they celebrate 5 years anniversary, 15 years, 20 years. When money finish, now you know. when no money to celebrate anniversary again, the woman go change up for you. You're gonna say Job try during the time because he wife make him go through hell. That the kind of women what we see nowadays. They wrote the after material things. And if you check them very well, most of them they don't even come from rich family. Their father struggle throughout. And this is what I get from that. See, please, as a man, take care of yourself. Yes, sometimes you need to be stingy sometimes. Because every time family, at the end of the day, the family say you could die with the family. And that means if you went die with the family will move on. If you sometimes you carry everybody along, and you know get to your destination. I tell you the truth. Sometimes it's good to be a little bit stingy. Yes. I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of your family, but sometimes you need to be stingy. I try to tell you so.